Joining us is the Power Minister, Mr. R.K. Singh. So, welcome to Rajya Sabha Television and thank you so much for joining us. Talking about your sector specifically, allocation of 3 lakh crore rupees from the Finance Minister in today's Union Budget. Your takeaway, sir.
This budget has been good for the country, and of course, it's been good for the power sector. Number one, our project of about 3,05,000 crores for strengthening the distribution system that has been approved. The other is reforms in the distribution sector. Then we have the hydrogen mission. Then we have allocations for the renewable energy. So all told, it's a great budget for the power sector. What this scheme, you mentioned the scheme, this 3,05,000 crore scheme. What this scheme does is it carries forward the work which was done under the Deen Dayal Gram Jyoti Yojana and IPDS, but in a different way. The Deen Dayal Gram Jyoti Yojana and IPDS were unconditional. That means we gave money to the state governments for strengthening the distribution system without any conditions. So even if the distribution company was making losses and continued to make losses, we continued giving money. Now no longer. This scheme is different. In this scheme, we will give money only if the distribution company is not making losses, or if it is making losses, it undertakes to take steps to reduce those losses. So if a distribution company is making losses, it will have to first work out a plan for loss reduction, get the state government's approval on it, and then give it to us. And then we shall release funds for strengthening their systems. So this is something this is why it's called reform-linked scheme, so that you have to take steps to reduce your losses. And that's absolutely necessary for making it a viable power sector. The power sector has to be viable, and that reform is absolutely necessary. Loss reduction is absolutely necessary. The other major announcement you would have noticed was about giving people a choice. That's a huge thing. Right now, distribution companies are monopolies. In a particular area, only one distribution company functions, whether it is government or whether it is private. In Haryana, for example, you have a distribution company. It is a government distribution company. But it's only one, that's the only company which operates in that area. So the people don't have a choice. If its service is bad, I'm not saying that Haryana's service is bad. Incidentally, the Haryana distribution company is not making loss. It's a profit. But if a distribution company is not providing good service, the people don't have any choice. They have to, put up with that bad service, with that poor service. Now, what the FM has announced opens up the doors. So the distribution companies which are currently working, they will continue to work. Which are currently operating will continue to operate in their areas. But we are opening the doors so that any other distribution company wants to come and work in the same area, it's totally open. So people can come and compete. And the people will have a choice. And they can choose whichever company gives better service. If a company is not giving good service, they can switch. So that is what this does for the people. The existing distribution companies, they'll be there, but now the doors have been opened to competition. A huge thing. Hydrogen mission,
Yes.
A huge thing. That's preparing us for the future. So you have, what does the hydrogen mission mean? It means that we will make hydrogen here using renewable energy. Now our renewable energy prices have come down. The last bid we had, the prices had come down to below 2 rupees per unit. Very, very good. Now that means the hydrogen produced from green energy will be cheaper. Hydrogen is used for what? Hydrogen is used for steel. So what happens is that we import gas, take out hydrogen from that and use it for steel. So now we will not have to import gas for that, green hydrogen. Similarly, it is used for petroleum refinery. Import gas, get hydrogen out of it, use it. Now you don't have to import gas for that. Similarly, hydrogen is used for, right now we import ammonia for making fertilizers. Now you make green hydrogen from renewable energy. Here, use hydrogen to make ammonia, so your import of ammonia stops. Mobility. You are importing lithium-ion batteries for electrical mobility. Now, for cars and scooters and motorcycles, lithium-ion battery is nice. But for trucks and buses, long distance and heavy transport, lithium-ion is not a good choice because it's very heavy. The size becomes so much that it's not viable. For that, hydrogen for mobility. So hydrogen for mobility. The future economy is going to be hydrogen economy, and it's going to be a green hydrogen economy. We are proceeding in that direction. Now, the rate of growth of renewable energy in our rate of growth of renewable energy capacity has been the highest in the world, fastest in the world. And we are growing very rapidly. We intend to continue to grow rapidly insofar as renewable energy capacity is concerned. For that, we need to, expand our institutions. These institutions were designed for a smaller capacity. For example, the Solar Energy Corporation of India. Now, it was designed for a much smaller capacity than it is handling now. So we propose to invest about 1,000 crores, which the finance minister has given, for making that a bigger organization, for enhancing its capital base so that it can undertake larger business. Similarly, we are going to invest 1,500 crores in Renewable Energy Development Agency (REDA), which finances renewable energy projects, so that it can finance more projects. So that expansion is being provided. All in all, a great budget for us and for the country.
Well, sir, there has been a concern about stress in the power sector. This budget and reducing that stress.
You see, that stress is gone. That stress has gone because of the steps we took. And that stress has gone because of the huge growth which is happening. In the past week, we broke records twice. The past peak had been 186,000 megawatts. Then we crossed that, went to about 187 almost. Then we crossed that, went to 189,000 megawatts, 644, 189,644 megawatts. And so the growth has been in the region of about 10 to 12% in the past couple of months, and it's still growing. So all those assets which were lying idle are now generating. And the rate at which we are growing, I think we'll need more capacity, the rate at which we are growing. I see us touching 200 gigawatts very soon. Now 200,000 megawatts is something. It is huge. So all the capacity which was idle is not going to be idle. What we'll need, of course, is more and more capacity coming on stream. Yeah.
All right. On that note, thank you so much for talking to us.